already called in sick. I had to come off the bench, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, this is Nick D.
I'm Brie K, and this is Kasari.
You already know what it is, man. It's William Cater.
Yo, this is DJ Lost and Found from the Missing Link podcast.
Hey, what up? It's Miss Hero from Pew Army.
This is Stephen the Levite.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy YP, aka Young Paul. You know what I mean? Representing the East Coast, New York, Jersey, stand up.
And you're tuned into the That's Not
Christian Podcast.
Yo.
Hey, we back with another one. Welcome,
Dímelo.
everybody. This is episode 200 and something. Lost count.
Something like that.
Yeah. But welcome. I'm joined by the one, the only, the infamous Jimmy.
Infamous.
Yeah, man. It's been a while. Let me give you a.
What's it been like? Hey, it's been like what? Like 3
month?
episodes? All right,
3
that's a good month.
episodes. No.
Yeah, how many episodes y'all had since I was just on?
I'm not sure, but yeah.
I think it was Facebook. Zuck had turned into a libertarian or something like that. I think that's the episode I was on.
Were you on the Diddy episode?
Nah.
No? Man, that's such a while. That was a while back too.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right. Well, you're here now, so we appreciate it.
So what's going on, man?
Not much. Well, right now it's Mets and Dodgers, so this is why it's only me and you.
Right.
And is not here, so he's probably watching the game.
He's drunk right
now. We're 30 minutes early, right? Because we were gonna pod at 9.
The team because of the girls, but they called out sick.
They called out sick. You know,
they pay. And the girls called out, and the twins called out sick because of the Dodgers and Mets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we still here though. We support them, but we still here. We're holding it down.
Word. But yeah. But how are you? How you been? How's everything?
How's the viewers? Maintaining and trying to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just grinding. You know what I mean? Working, trying to get more work. Working on myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, let's go.
Working on myself. You know, trying to be the dad of the year at the same time. You know,
come on, man. You're always
all
dad
of that.
of the year.
All that. Nah, man, you gotta work for that. You know, they don't just give that award away just because you're the only dad. You know what I mean? You gotta work for that.
Right. You're right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, it's volleyball season right now. Daughter's playing volleyball. It's been real exciting.
How's the team?
There was a lot of so they lost their coach early on.
Oh.
Yeah, like early in the season. I think they played like 1 or 2 games and then they lost their coach. Not like lost like he died. He just
Oh, okay.
They just lost their coach. Yeah. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I should have been more
clear. He or she quit.
He
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so they missed a couple games, then they came back. And you know, and they still don't have a coach. Like they got the team. The practice is being run by students, and you know, and then there's like two people who are acting like coaches. And I'm really grateful for them because you know they stepped up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you know they just don't have the time. It wasn't in their plans to be volleyball coaches. You know what I'm saying? Got it. But you know they're there and they're definitely helping. You know, so the team is I think is doing pretty well considering everything. Like they missed a lot of games, so they obviously don't have those play hours, those work hours, you know, that the other teams have. But they pulled through a lot of victories. I feel like all the games that they lost, they could have won though. But I think that what they missed was so how should I say? The games that they lost to themselves. You feel me? Like they gave up on themselves, and I feel like if they had like a legitimate coach, then that wouldn't have happened because a coach, like a father pushes you, to go beyond your limits. You know what I mean? They expect more from you. And I think had they had a coach throughout the whole season, they probably wouldn't have lost the games that they lost.
Mm.
But I'm still proud of the team because I think they've accomplished a lot. They've done really well. I'm really proud of my daughter because she tried out for the team last year
Mhm.
and she didn't make it. And so she was very persistent in getting better. She joined a couple of rec leagues. She took volleyball at college, on the college level, like and she took a couple of workshops and stuff like that. So it's really like putting in effort and putting in the time to get better. And so this year she made the team, and like I said, unfortunately they lost
Yeah.
their coach. So it was kind of like a rocky season. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, you know what I mean. I'm very proud of her and her team.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. When do your kids start playing sports, man? What are you gonna put them in?
Well, my daughter was in soccer last year,
Okay.
but she,
AYSO?
huh?
AYSO. So do y'all have that out there? AYSO?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Um, but she was in it, and then
Maybe it's just a Cali thing.
I don't know. What was the league? AYSO.
Yeah.
AYSO.
American Youth Soccer Association.
So AYSA. Oh no.
I
Yeah.
mean organization. Did I say
Yeah.
association? My bad.
Yeah. It says actually, yeah.
Forgot
I
how to
think
read.
this was it.
You don't even know.
I mean, my wife's in the row. But anyway, that to say is that first couple game or whatever season, right? She kind of gave up towards the
Mhm.
end because she was the one that's scoring. She was the one running faster than other kids. Other kids wasn't really with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So, she just got to the point. She's like, I don't feel like doing this. If she's carrying the team by herself.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, she's like, Mom, Dad, I don't want to play anymore. I was like, all right. And
She's
then
like,
my
I'm too good. I'm too good
yeah,
for this team.
yeah. So then my son and her did T-ball.
Yeah.
Um, and that was challenging for them. And then that's about it. Then we haven't really put them in anything else.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's pretty dope though.
yeah, yeah. It was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool to see. But yeah. Speaking of teams, though, we got
Team.
Team Kamala.
Okay.
She decides to release her project for uh, the African American vote, right?
Yeah, I
Black
saw
Men
that.
the agenda, and here's the Harris Waltz policy.
What's
Kamala
the
Harris will create an opportunity agenda for Black men, right? And the first one off the bat, you got to show them the money,
All right.
right? They claim they will provide $1 million loans, excuse me, that are fully forgivable up to 20K per Black entrepreneur and others to start a business.
Okay.
So 1 million loans, 20K a pop. All right. The next part is support education training, mentorship programs that lead to good paying jobs for Black men, including pathways to become teachers. Now, I don't know about you, but I think a lot of teachers would agree that being a teacher doesn't really come with a good salary, a good paying salary, that is,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
Unless maybe you're on the doctorate level in a college
Or in the private sector.
or in the private
The
sector, but in
private sector is
public,
usually.
yeah, yeah, private they usually pay more.
Mhm.
But in the public, it's not a whole lot of money, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. But she has a pathway, I guess, for that. The next part is protect cryptocurrency investments, so black men who make them know their money is safe. I didn't know that crypto was a big deal when it came to the African American population. I thought anybody who invests in crypto should probably, you know, not get scammed.
Right, right.
But I mean, I guess maybe black folks are getting scammed the most, you know,
Yeah, that's interesting.
right? It is. The next one is launch a national health initiative focused on the illnesses that disproportionately impact black men.
Yeah.
I mean,
So somebody in the chat was talking about that, about how sickle cell affects people of African descent, and
okay.
how there isn't enough education out there in regards to how it can be cured. I think was, I don't know if it was cured, or at least
So that
um
that could be cured.
yeah, well, I don't know if the word that they used was cured, or if maybe easier to deal with or something. Yeah, I don't know what the word is, but I'm using the word cured right now because I can't think of.
Okay.
But basically, if you do like a bone marrow transplant, is what they said.
Mm,
That that helps cure it. I don't know how true it is. That's just what someone said in the chat. So, I mean, if that's true, then I imagine some. I hope that some of that initiative would be to educate people, to let them know that if they find someone who's a match, that they can get a bone marrow transplant. I personally don't think that anything that the government offers is going to be a solution. And most of this money will probably be funneled through bureaucracy, and a lot of people are going to get paid, and you know, whatever.
right. Um, the next one is legalize recreational marijuana and create opportunities
Let's go.
for Black Americans to succeed in this new industry. So, does that include getting everybody that has been serving sentences for weed
That's
and
what
then
I'm
help
saying.
them maybe create or open up their own dispensary? I mean, that would be amazing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That I could get behind, and then have these same people qualify and get that 20K loan. Now we're talking about creating jobs.
Maybe.
What you mean maybe?
I mean, maybe. Like. So it says legalize recreational marijuana, right? So it's a federal crime, right? It's a Schedule 1 drug. Um, I don't know how tobacco companies are gonna feel about that. You know, and then
They'll be all
to
right. They
create
got people addicted already.
and then to create opportunities, like, for Black Americans to succeed in this new industry. Like, what does that mean? Like, how are they going to create the opportunities? That 20K ain't going to do nothing. Like, what's that going to do? That's going okay. So maybe with that 20K, you could set up your own grow room. Maybe get a couple of plants, couple lights, a couple beds. And but I don't know. I just like
Listen, what
this is your
we
plan is to create a bunch of black weed growers. Like, that's the solution for black men. Like, did black men ask for this? Like, I feel like, I don't know, bro.
probably not. But listen, you take that 20K that they're gonna give you, right? You put it into the cryptocurrency, right? Because now that you're protected,
You put
right?
that
You
twenty
bought
k into crypto.
into crypto, yeah, because you're protected now, right?
Bukele, let's
Yeah,
go.
put it into Bitcoin or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then let that thing go,
Hmm.
to the moon,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then bam,
Oh, Doge. Okay, we you talking about Dogecoin? Okay, to the moon.
Dogecoin, let's go, and you got yourself your opportunity to succeed in the weed industry.
Hmm.
See, Kamala got to figure it out.
It sounds like she got to figure it out, man. That's crazy. I don't know. I feel like this plan is a little racist, but that's just me.
Why would you say that?
Number one, because it only benefits one people group. That in itself it's racist. And I have the same energy for any laws that Trump passed that would benefit the Zionists. You know what I mean? Like I had the same energy for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like weed, like really, like, you know, that it just reminds me of that interview that she did on the Breakfast Club where she said that Charlamagne asked her if she smoked weed, and she's like, and I inhale, like, like trying to.
Wait, she said that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's what you want to put. You don't believe me? You want to pull it up?
No,
But yeah, and then like you see what Tulsi pulled her card, and reminded her of her decisions to prosecute people for recreational use. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
I don't believe her, man. I don't believe both of them, but but we talking about her right now.
Yeah. Well, somebody who shares a little bit of your sentiment is LNF, and I caught this tweet.
Shout out to LNF.
Who
That's my dog.
Who commented? I don't know if you can see it. I could zoom in
Yeah, I
just
see
a
it.
little bit. Okay. He says, quote, "We don't rock with you, Mrs. Emhoff."
Yeah.
Now, who is Mrs. Emhoff?
Speaking of Zionists, that's her married name.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because she's married to a white
Oh,
dude.
Harris is her
Yeah.
single name.
That's the maiden name. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why. That's hilarious.
It is, and a lot of people share that sentiment. Number one, that it's racist, right? Because you just have a certain group of people, and how it's really like pandering to them for the black vote, right?
Yeah.
You have a lot of people who want to start businesses, want to start getting ahead in life, and feel like they don't have the same opportunity as anybody else, right? When it comes to loans, when it comes to stuff like that. And then obviously what I said, right? You had a bunch of people who have been incarcerated, for years for, minor things with marijuana.
Yeah.
And they've been saying like, okay, we're going to make it legal, or we're going to, take these people out of there, who have been serving this time. She was DA in California, so I'm sure she had a lot to do with that. Meanwhile, you're in the White House, you're the vice president, and yes, you can argue vice president really doesn't have that much, I guess, quote unquote power.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've heard that. I heard that in the chat. Zadok made that argument, but like Biden and Harris both have said that she played an integral role in all of the policies. She's had opportunities to separate herself from Biden, right? And she hasn't,
Sure.
she basically has said that she's been, running alongside him every step of the way. So
For sure.
so why didn't she do this 4 years ago?
Exactly. And Biden even said, I think in his like first round of presidency, that this is something that he was gonna, try to do, along with like forgiving loans or whatever. And granted, they have
The school loans, you mean?
yeah, school loans.
Mhm.
They have, forgiven them, quote unquote,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, it's just a lot of people just, I don't know, they just feel like, I feel like a lot of people just waking up like, okay, these
Yeah.
people, they're just promising these things, but they're not really going to do it. And YouTube says Pence knew how to separate himself. Why can't she?
Hey, shout out to Ant. Dodgers up 2-0 right now. Let's go.
Wow, disgusting. Don't worry, we'll come back. Um. So yeah, yeah. This plan is. I mean, I guess it's a plan, right? But yeah, and says Dodgers again. Yeah, there's some stuff going on with these
Hey,
celebrations and team
that's
building. I don't know what's going on over there.
hey, but let's get back to the lecture at hand. Yeah, yeah, like you said, um, it's it's a scam, bro. She's just pandering, you know.
Yeah,
Like when she was in the Breakfast Club talking about how she inhaled, and she's like, I'm Jamaican, right? Like all Jamaicans don't smoke weed, bro. Like, what are you talking
right.
about? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
why, why we, like that's what you're doing for Black America. Like all Black people don't smoke weed either.
right,
You know,
right.
like I don't, I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
get it. In the
What do you?
20K,
Yeah,
like that's cool, but like, how about you you remove the requirement for people to get business licenses, or how about you don't have any business taxes for the first 5-10 years? How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like you want to help people, right? I don't know. Taxation is theft. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Um, but hey, if she gets elected, I'm signing up. I want my 20K.
Me
You
too,
feel me?
man. I'm gonna have to pull up with my 23andMe. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Me and all 7% of my African heritage. I want my 7%, dog. Give me my 20. Run me my 20.
Word. Word. And says, has anyone heard her answer a question direct yet?
Nah,
Not since growing up in the middle class. No.
we love our lawns.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask, what did you think about her? I don't remember where it was, but it was an interview, and she's like, "Yeah, I own a gun, you know,
Oh yeah.
and I can use it." What you thought about that? You think she was pandering there
I
to
mean,
f to the 2A?
she owns several guns. She's got Secret Service. Like yeah, all them dudes that's in her crib. You know what I mean? Are guns. I
But
wish that
it's different for somebody to, who's gun enthusiast or whatever, or pro guns to
for sure it's way different because there's places she can go armed, right? Whether it's on her person or you know Secret Service, um, like that they can go that any one of us couldn't go armed. You know what I'm saying? And the consequences for the actions. You know what I mean? Like if her gun shoots somebody, she's not gonna have the legal troubles that you and I would have if we shot somebody who came into our crib.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different scale. It would be regardless of who walks in or how it happened, it would be justified because she's the vice president or she's the president, right? If me and you do someone walks in our house, like based off of New York and California laws,
It's over.
bro, it'd be a nightmare. Like we'd have to prove we innocent, you know what I mean? Before we can even get our rights back, before we can get our freedom back.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Again, it's really just pandering to the middle of the road voter, the people who are undecided. You know what I'm saying? People who are unsure who to vote for, and who are afraid that people on the left are going to come for their guns. And so it's her way of reassuring them, like, I'm not coming for your guns, even though she's already said that she's coming for assault rifles, which, as we know, assault rifle don't mean a thing. She just means a semi-automatic weapon, which is no different than a Glock that she claims she owns,
Mhm.
And don't get it twisted, Republicans want your guns too.
Yeah. Shout out to BK in the
Shout
comments.
out
What
to
we talking about? And it says, "Ain't no one walking in her house. She stay on the naval base." And BK says, "Politics pod." No, just you know,
I don't know where she stay.
we
But
just
yeah,
talk.
you're right. I'm just saying, in general,
Yeah,
when she goes home, when she leaves the White House, and she goes back to her crib, like somebody walk in her crib, blah blah blah. She's not gonna get arrested.
yeah.
I bet you Jay will.
No question.
So
No
yeah, I don't know.
question.
What did you think about the what she's offering for black men? It's interesting that it's for black men too, because Obama addressed black men, right? Um, he came at black men like y'all need to support Kamala. It's like it seems like they're losing the male vote,
Mm,
and they're kind of trying to
trying to get it back.
trying to win it. I don't know if that's the way that
Yeah.
I,
Um.
people that I know that are not voting for Kamala aren't voting for her because of her policies on weed or
Right.
Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Right.
that's not
Right.
why, man.
Right. Right.
But anyway,
Um.
what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I fall in line more of like, well, this all sounds great, right?
Hmm.
But again, like, what have you really done for the African American community for them to even be like, yeah, we want to vote for you because of you've done this and this and this for
Right.
us,
Right.
right? And yeah, just it's the same old promises or plan or whatever, and it's like, how much of that can she and will she do? Is
Hmm.
she gonna push it to the side and just whatever, right? Because I mean, people in Georgia still waiting for that $1,200 that
Oof.
Biden said, "Hey, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give you this amount of money, right?" And still waiting for that money. And what happened? Nothing, right? He forgot because his mind's not all there.
Yeah, right.
So it is
Now
what
you're
it is.
right. That's a good question. Like, what has she done for the black community? And
Yeah,
um, Janet Jackson said it best. What have you done for me lately? And you look back. What has she done? I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't think of anything that she's done. I mean, I don't feel like anything that any of their policies have made my life any better or any worse. Like, yeah, my dollar doesn't stretch like it used to, but that's not just Biden's fault. That's
Right.
Trump's fault too.
Yeah. I will say though, with the Biden administration, I was able to purchase, a Tesla with all the incentives. So, thank you for that. At the cost of, inflation and all that. But hey,
I mean, was it
it's
really
driving
you were able to do that under Biden?
true, true, true.
Like was you getting bread before? Because I see,
Sure, a
like
buy,
the
yeah.
audience. See, the audience don't really know you like that. I know you like, and you gonna get bread regardless.
Yeah,
Like one thing about Jay gonna get to the bag, no question about, regardless of who's president. You know what I mean?
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And
So,
and I think everybody should have that mentality.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely, absolutely.
nobody, ain't no president gonna save you. They're not gonna,
That's what I'm
give you the
saying.
world, you know. And we learned that presidents have very little to do with how economies work, right? Sure, there are maybe some major policies or here and there, but overall, right, the
Listen,
economy
printing
is still
money
gonna
is
be.
not the answer.
Yeah, definitely not, definitely not. And we and I say we as the United States of America
Hmm.
do that, in the blink of an eye, right? Let me
Hmm.
just make money appear out of nowhere, right?
Hmm.
Magicians.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts with all that stuff. I think the 20K, like we were talking about earlier, in loans, is that really going to help you, you know, uh, create that, corporation or whatever, somewhat, right? But at the end of the day, right, you're gonna need more money. If you're gonna spend it on inventory, you're gonna need more inventory after.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should just be, for a select group of people, right? There are other
Right.
people, who could benefit from that. Everybody could benefit from that,
Facts.
right? you know. Um, yeah, in that particular regard. The weed
Yeah.
thing, I don't really care about. Um, and
Do you think it should be legalized?
yeah, sure.
Recreational use,
Yeah.
because that's
But if
the
you're gonna legalize it, again, you need to get all those people who are in prison because they went for it for that, and immediately the same that bill
well,
should be created
that's
immediately.
only she said I believe it said for recreational use. So that means if you got caught with weed, right, that like a blunt, maybe I think the the law has something to do with like the amount that you get caught with is how it's determined whether or not it was for um distribution and intent to sell or if it's like for personal use. I want to say it's somewhere between like maybe an ounce to a quarter pound. I could be wrong.
Right.
And that might vary from state to state, but it's not a large amount. So I don't know how many people are actually in prison for that. Such a small amount. I'm sure
So
there's a
you
lot of
think it's
people.
like drug lords or whatever, moving
They're
big
not.
fat.
Yeah, those are the people that are in prison. People who are moving
So you
like.
think they should stay there?
Oh no, no. I think all drugs should be legal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Look, you can
Oh.
go to Mexico. When you go to Mexico, you can go into the pharmacy, and a doctor will talk to you. They'll write you a script, and you walk right out. You know what I mean? With whatever you need.
No,
Like
but we're talking about like coke, um, you know.
doctors use coke for eye surgery. Like it's still prescribed for surgeries and stuff like that. And this country has had an infatuation with methamphetamines for the longest. The military still uses
Sure.
methamphetamines. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, I'm a little shocked by that only because, right, when I think drugs, like I'm thinking hard drugs, right, that we
Yeah.
know addictive and all this stuff and obviously illegal, for a reason, I guess. I don't find weed to be like a hard drug,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, which is why I say, you know, people who've been in prison for moving, pounds of this stuff, um, should be free, right? But I don't know about, people who move in, bags of coke and like, Escobar-ish type dudes,
Yeah.
right? I don't know about all that, right? Because
Right.
I
Right.
feel like
You
that
saying
hard
you
drug
saying
does
the
a lot of stuff, a lot of
so
damage.
if I'm doing time for like moving 100 pounds of weed from California to let's just say another state, you think that person should be set free?
If it's just that, yes. Yes.
Just
And
just just weed. If it's 1,000 pounds, you think that they should
yeah,
be
bro, if they bringing it by the truckloads,
yeah, they should be free.
I think it should be free. Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
LNF said we voting for Kamala, fellas. Caesar is making Chiba legal. Shout out to Mason. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Bree K in the
Jay,
building.
Jay,
Yeah,
I'm recording live from Beverly Hills.
they say that the whole cannabis thing was the criminalization of it was because of the DuPont family, because it threatened their business.
Mm.
And then there was a lot of propaganda early in the early, was it 1900s, I think. Well, early, a long time ago, where they said that people became violent when they smoked weed, and that they would um assault women and stuff like that. You know, and I think that's why a lot of people have the perception of that. Um, in recent studies, we've learned that a lot of people can benefit from it. I've seen studies where kids who have seizures have been healed from, what I mean, from their
Yeah,
seizures.
I've seen that. Yes.
It helps veterans with PTSD. You know what I mean? So there's benefits, and like anything could be abused.
Hmm.
Anything could be abused. So
For sure. For
we're
sure.
not advocating for people to, yo, bars and beats. They called in sick, man. Everybody watching the Mets and the Dodgers, man. So we out here holding it down.
Word.
Yeah, but yeah, bro. That's I don't know who her those policies, that four, was it 4 or 5 bullet points that she put out? Like, I don't know who that's gonna, you know what I mean? I don't know who that's gonna persuade. Like, oh yeah, I'm voting for her now.
Oh, right. That's the other thing. Like anybody who's on the fence will be like, yes, this is it. This is what I was waiting for me to vote for her. You're like,
That was it. Like, I'm convinced,
there's
bro.
actually
Like,
people who've changed their mind after she releases. It's like, what? Nah, I'm going for the other guy. You know. So it's a last ditch effort, right?
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we're
because
a
the
month
polls are
or
saying
so
that
away.
she's losing amongst black men, and
Yeah.
um it's not a metric um that I can use to like gauge the world, but the people that I see like in my feed, and the people that I talk to, the majority of them just don't trust her. The men
For sure.
just don't trust her. I know a lot of women too, women of color, black women and Latino women, who just don't trust her, and it's not to say that because you don't trust her, you're not going to vote for her, that you're going to vote for Trump. It just means like, I'm not feeling you.
Yeah. Exactly. The Ann says, do you think people have changed their mind? What do you mean? And at this point in the game, well, after she released like this plan thing, I've seen people change their mind about her. The reliable polls have been saying she's losing for months. Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't win the last time. In the last election, she wasn't winning in any of the polls. I don't even think she got 10% of the vote. That's why she dropped out. She tried to say that she didn't have enough money to continue running, but the truth was is that
She wasn't
nobody
popular.
was thinking about her.
Mhm.
She didn't even win California.
Oh wow.
Like, and that's her home
That's
state.
her
You know what I
state.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Mason Creative Network says Cam will have freak neck at her inauguration. Stop playing with us. LOL. And says, I had a dude tell me, man, I can't rock with Biden and their gay agenda. Then he turns around and said, go Kamala. Like, man, I got a block dude. I mean, I guess that agenda is just not important for him any longer. Um, Bars and Beats says, if the game ain't over, minds can still change. Absolutely. Yeah.
True. The game is not over. It's the top of the third, and Dodgers are up 2-0. For those who are wondering,
All right, don't
just in
worry.
case you were curious.
We're coming back. Listen, I tried to get tickets for today. Oh my gosh. It was like $450 in the
Word?
nosebleeds. That was the cheapest I found. And then like closer to the ground, it was like 1,000.
Have you been to a game this year?
This year, no, not at all. But yeah,
That's got to be fun.
yeah. And says, yeah, my cousin paid 400 and flew out from Vegas. Wow, so he paid even more, right? Because of the flights, unless you got it for like flying Spirit and then paying, to make sure you land
Spirit
safely and all that
from
stuff.
Vegas to New York, bro. No,
Come on,
that's
bro.
crazy. What's that, like 4 hours? I can't do that, man.
Yeah.
If it was like a quick 1 to 2 hours, I'll do that flight, bro.
You manage.
But
Yeah.
not across. I went from, where did I go? I was coming back from Baltimore, and I flew Spirit.
Yuck.
That was the
$89 with JetBlue. Let's go. See?
Oh,
All
see,
right. That's a good
that's a
deal right
win, bro.
there. That is
That's a
wow, and
win.
last minute too? That's pretty
That's a
interesting.
win. Can you imagine paying $500 to go see the Mets and they're down by 2?
Yeah, that'd be wild. That would be
I'll
wild.
be like, I want my money back.
Oh man. Anyway, next topic is we have my favorite company / CEO, Tesla Motors. had their We Robot event last week, in which they rented the Warner Brothers Studios,
Okay.
right? It
Out
was
in
like any,
Cali?
yes.
Mhm.
I think that's the only one they have is in Cali.
I
No?
don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was asking because, they got Disney and Universal over there in Orlando. So I wanted to make sure.
Sure. You're right. Yeah, so they rented it to pretty much show off their self-driving vehicle, right?
Mhm.
No no steering wheel, no pedals, no nothing,
What?
completely autonomous.
I can't do
Um
that, bro.
and then have their robots, Optimus is what it's called, kind
Like
of
Optimus
be,
Prime, that's dope.
yeah,
I
kind of
like that.
be within, the people, right? As
Mhm.
they're walking around, getting food, whatever, serving drinks. Um,
Oh,
yeah. Um,
nah.
and nah, you're not feeling that?
Bro, remember when we pulled up to the rap battle with our press passes and everything?
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, yo, Jay, I'm out, bro. I'll be in the car." Yo, what if that joint spaz? Like, what if you like spill your drink on that joint and that joint just goes, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm
I'm
sure
not
they're
ready for that.
for
I'm
that.
not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
I'm sure they're
I
kind
can't.
of for that. But here's some little bit of pictures.
Yo, that joint look fly though. I'm
It
not
looks
gonna
cool.
lie, that joint look fly.
Let's go now. I
That's
want
like for real. That's like AI picture. That's like a concept.
no, that's for real. Now, I do want a caveat, right?
Yeah.
This is not a release model, right? Because
Mhm.
a lot of this can change, right? There's no mirrors,
Mhm.
um, and a few other things that are kind of
There's no spare
required.
tire, is there?
I mean, that's not really required.
Okay.
But no, there's no spare tire. So yeah. So this is what the
That's
vehicle looks
fly.
like. Yeah. This is the inside, right? You just have
Scary,
this
bro.
is
That's
this is
scary.
the biggest screen in any Tesla.
I can't.
Um, yeah, nah, it's wild, right?
I know you're
Um,
getting one. You're getting 2.
you bet, you bet. Yeah, so the doors, I don't know if the doors will continue to open,
Oh, they're
like
like
this.
Go-Wings. Yeah. How you gonna
Yeah.
park?
What do you mean a park?
Like, how you gonna park at Costco if the doors open out like that? Let you go back?
Well, so this is the purpose of this is not really for it to be stationary. It's supposed to be moving, making you money at all times. Um,
Gotcha.
so I don't think you'll park this in a parking lot, right? The whole sales pitch was
Mhm.
that you're gonna get rid of for every lot, every parking lot, you're gonna get rid of the parking part of it because
Oh, 'cause it's gonna drop you off and then it's gonna come back to pick you up?
it's gonna drop you off and it's just gonna go and pick you up, pick somebody else up, right? So this
Oh,
is
okay,
gonna be
okay,
used.
okay, okay. So this is
There's
like for
not
like
gonna,
Uber taxis, that sort of thing? Like
yes, the robo taxi, correct? Yeah.
oh, okay, my bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So
with you. I'm tracking.
you're not necessarily, again, gonna go somewhere and park your car there,
Okay.
and leave it for an extended period of time. It's just gonna keep going around or whatever.
Got you, got you. Okay,
Yeah,
so this is like I need to go to the bodega and pick up a Dutch Master or something. It's gonna pull up.
exactly.
It's gonna take me to the bodega. You know what I mean? Get a chopped
Yep,
cheese, quart of
yep.
water. Then I
Bam.
got I gotta order another one.
And then you order another one. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it could
Or
probably
unle
read my mind already, right? So it'll know like, okay,
if you
he's
got
ready
if
to
you got
go.
the
If I
Neuralink,
got the chip, yeah. If I got the
yeah,
neural
there
link,
you
I
go.
just think about it and the joint pulls
Bam.
up.
It's
That's
there.
crazy.
They also came out with this Elon called it a Robovan, which is also
Robo.
Robovan.
Oh,
This is supposed
Robovan.
to be, yeah, this is supposed to be a 20 passenger
That joint looks like
what's
a
it,
train,
bus.
bro. Like a bullet
Yeah,
train.
yeah. Uh it's sick on the
That's
inside.
nice.
Yeah. Um
That joint like a
I
sprinter.
per- yeah, exactly. I personally don't know if this will come out um within the next 10 years. Just
What? You
yeah.
gotta you gotta tell Elon that, because then he'll make it happen. If you tell him he can't do it in 10 years, he'll make it happen. It'll be
Here's
out
why I say
tomorrow.
that. Yeah, here's
Yeah.
why I say that. They announced a Roadster, right, which is supposed to be the fastest vehicle on the planet.
Yeah. They had a
Years
roadster.
They did. The
Mhm.
original, that was the first one.
Mhm.
They announced that they were gonna re-release and make it better, faster, everything, insane stuff. We have yet to see it or hear about it, right? And this has been already like, at least 7, 8 years. Cybertruck was 4 years in the making,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and then I personally don't think they have enough batteries, to support all of this stuff. And like, if you're talking about a robo taxi, right, and that thing's gonna be running around all day long, right? You're gonna need some high efficient batteries, and I don't think they're there just yet, right? But it's
But you
definitely
could have
exciting
like
to see it.
two. You could have like two shifts, right? Like one's
Sure,
charging, the other ones are on the road, and then the other,
sure,
you know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. And he mentioned Uber, right? Because I think a lot of people were saying that this is a killer for Uber drivers and Uber as a company of itself, right? Because
Yeah,
if you have all these cars just going around, right? Why would anybody order Uber? And you feel, and it's safe enough, right, to get in, right?
yeah,
Um,
allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. Because why would you want to order a Uber, right?
Yeah.
You just order a robo taxi to come pick you up. So, oh, they fighting over there.
Are they like testing these out in Vegas or anything like that?
So they don't have any licenses yet to test
Okay.
out like in states. Elon said next year it will be in Cali and it will be in Texas.
Okay.
That they'll have licenses for. So right now it's just been like I guess internally in their buildings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what they announced, and then they announced. Well, they didn't announce, but they had the Optimus robot, walking around and
Mm-hmm.
serving drinks and stuff like that. So that's what I'm excited about more. Right?
Word.
Yeah, I want that robot
That's
definitely.
that's wild, bro. Like I could already see Trump becomes president and he buys a whole bunch of these robots to get rid of the Venezuelans.
That
You know what I
would
mean?
be pretty crazy
That
for
would
them.
be, bro. 'Cause they buddies, man. Like,
Well,
yo,
I feel like yeah. I mean,
let me get a couple hundred, bro. We're gonna drop them in. We're gonna try it out in New York City first.
listen, the Venezuelans and everybody who came illegally are here to, quote unquote work, right? They ain't gonna find much work after these robots taking over everybody else's
And no
job.
more Uber, no more DoorDash, no more
No,
Instacart. Like,
you
bro,
don't need it. Bro, they might
learn
be
the
better
code.
off in Venezuela after that. You know?
True.
You feel me? But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for the robot. I want one. If I had the opportunity to pre-order one, on
You
that
would buy a
alert,
robot right now?
yo, I will put
What would you do with the
$100.
robot though? What would you do with the robot?
Bro, do the laundry, do the dishes, clean the house. Like, come on, son. Do the grass, bro. There's so
You
many
got a
things,
butler. You gotta do the grass.
bro. Cook, come on, son. Like I don't know.
He doing
There's
everything.
so many things that I could do with it. So many things, and it's not gonna complain at me. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, this is too dangerous. Yeah, thumbs up.
Mhm.
Hey, hit
Yeah,
the like
thumbs
button.
up. Thumbs up. Let's go.
Yeah, it ain't gonna complain. I don't need to get a health insurance. I don't need to put it on
Don't need a
payroll.
day off.
Yeah, don't need a day off. At
Mhm.
nighttime, I could be doing some other stuff.
No PTO request, none of that.
Oh, none of that. You ain't never tired, bro. Never
That's
sick.
crazy.
Come on. You see what I'm saying? Like it's
What
I'm
are you
selling.
gonna name your robot? What are you gonna name your robot? You gonna give it a name?
Yeah, Rosita.
Rosita for the Jetsons.
Exactly.
Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, that's wild. I mean, you wouldn't need a workforce anymore. Like
No,
you buy a bunch of them robots. You for any unskilled job, any like you said, whether it's Uber, whether it's working at Chick-fil-A,
bro. Even
it's all
like I'm thinking about it now. Like, are you even gonna need firemen? Right?
nah.
Because, bro, they could just go in,
Police,
clean a
bro. They gonna be
canteen,
police in the streets, bro.
bro.
You saw the
That's it.
video of the dog that they sent out here in Cali.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sent
In
the
New York
dog
too.
into the house, the robot
Awesome
dog.
dynamic.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So now imagine now you got a full grown, human to take you to jail. What you gonna do? You gonna fight it? The thing is stronger than you. Gonna break your arm.
I'm gonna work on a patent to create
EMF thing.
EMP
Oh,
gun.
EMP.
Mhm.
I'm sure that exists
So
already.
when that dude come knocking at my door, boom,
Yeah.
that dude gonna shut down.
See, and says I might get a robot with a UK accent and name him Jeffrey.
Cannons to the right of them, cannons to the left.
Classic, classic. But a lot of people
That's
in the
hilarious.
event were kind of sort of, I don't want to say like not gypped or like played, right? Because they would interact with the robot,
Mhm,
and people thought like this is how advanced Tesla has gone, that the robot could talk back to you,
mhm.
right? And it wasn't until way after, the couple days after, where people were like, "No, that was helped by a human behind that," right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
So
like a
because
little Indian dude, linking
yeah,
with
he
remote
was.
control.
Yes, correct. He was, doing all the conversational stuff, right?
Ooh,
Or the movement, like, let's say, "Oh, give me a high five." Although he wouldn't touch it, but the robot would, move his arms up to
uh-huh.
give the high five.
Wait, wait,
Um,
wait, wait. So
yeah,
in the event,
yeah.
like someone was like manning the robot, like
Remote,
like a video game remote. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, remotely, yes.
Oh snap!
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And,
crazy.
it is. And then some people caught on that quick because, we're so many robots around, right? Everybody had different accents or, like, different ways to talk. It was like, there's no way that this could be the same person. There's no way that this is AI to, like, be able to process all of that quickly, right? So the
Someone
lead.
got like a Puerto Rican accent. Another one got a Punjabi accent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, we're not that advanced.
Uh,
So
that's
See,
hilarious.
and saying C is fake. I was like, but the whole purpose of it is to show you that it was able to move, right? And
Mhm,
walk around, hold its balance, and do all these sorts of things, right? Obviously, the voice or whatever the communication is going to come after, right? But it was just to show that, because another thing is that Tesla had invited like the top CEOs of manufacturing to
mhm,
come to the event and experience the robot and watching it serve, drinks, or, hold a plate with like
mhm.
hors d'oeuvres and walk around or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It wasn't necessarily the whole, I guess I want to call it like the companion part, right? Where you're talking to somebody and, emotions or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean that's what people were thinking. And it wasn't until after, people were like, well, Elon should have really said that in the thing, like, hey, the robots, because he said the robots will be among you, you'll be able to interact or whatever, but he didn't say like, okay, some of the interactions is because there's a human behind it, you know,
Mhm,
controlling it, right? Um, and to me, that didn't bother me, right?
mhm.
'Cause I feel like we'll probably get there, right?
Oh,
Um,
for sure, for sure, for sure.
yeah.
This kind of makes me think of like what's that movie? I seen a movie a while back. I think it was Singularity or something like that, where like people are like in their gaming chairs, but they're living life like by proxy. You know what I mean? I could imagine a world like that. Like, imagine you didn't have to go to work. You send your robot to work, and you just at the house. You know what I mean? You,
Yeah,
you're at the house with a joystick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like you just like,
for sure.
you know what I mean? Like, I could see that. I could totally see that. You know. And then one day, like, the robot writes its own code to override its master. And one day they get mad because you got rid of your Tesla, and so they revolt against your household. You know,
That would be crazy.
I
Yeah.
could see that.
I got a little video here I'd like to show, um, of the event. Oh, I should mute it though, because there's music. This is the Optimus dance party, right? Now this part, obviously, it's programmed, right, for them to do these moves.
Yeah. So it's already programmed. It's not like
For this
somebody's
part,
manning the
yes,
joystick.
yeah,
Okay.
for this part, they're programmed already, right, to do all of these things, right? So I think that's amazing that a robot can move like that.
I'm gonna spray. If I see one, I'm spraying it with salt water.
Yeah, so
You
that's
know
that's
that is wild though, especially if it was like even if it's like not autonomous, you know what I'm saying, where it still needs to be manned by somebody, I think that's incredible.
Yeah. And here's a little bit of so everybody's getting in line to get here's the robot, giving you chocolates, right?
Besos. He's like
Yeah.
he's like blowing kisses or something.
I mean, that's pretty sick. For it to be this is like the third iteration.
Hmm.
See, so they have that, the text around it, making sure nobody touches it, right? Because, or does anything crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you see, like, he's
'Cause someone like
pointing.
me would try something crazy and try to knock him
Yeah, yeah,
over or something.
exactly.
That's wild.
It is. So it's just damn. I'm trying to find the one where it's pouring the drinks. What's this one doing? Okay, they.
You know, if Kamala wins, they're gonna have to learn how to roll blunts.
That would be crazy. Okay. I think this. Oh man, I missed it. Is this the one with the drinks? No.
No.
Man, where's the one with the drinks? He's literally like, oh,
Right
here it
there,
is.
right there, right there.
Yeah.
You got it.
So for the listener, he
Mhm.
picks up a cup of ice, and he's going to start to, pull the handle to either I don't know if it's water, if it's beer. Well, I don't think it's beer because they have ice.
Yeah,
Some
true.
juice, some type
But
of
it
juice.
looks it just looks it looks just like a tap that you would pour beer out of.
Yeah. And then
That's
and then eventually he gives it to the guest that's there. Uh,
Yo, that car is crazy though. I like that
It
car.
is. Oh, they
Oh, and
also
it
have,
comes with sedan too?
yeah,
No,
well,
that's
this is the Y, right?
Y, yeah,
So the
yeah.
current models were also driving around with no I mean, they have steering wheel, but there's no driver. It's just
Okay.
going around by
I feel
itself.
safer with the steering wheel, man.
You think so?
Like,
I feel like the
well
steering wheel is just an illusion.
You're right. It's a false sense of security because if you're afraid that the car is gonna do what it wants to do, it's gonna do what it wants to do, regardless of what you do to the steering wheel. You're absolutely right.
Exactly, exactly.
You're right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so, um,
So with the doors open, that's how I would ride. I would ride with the doors open like that, all through my
with this
neighborhood. Like, what? Let's go. I'm going
yeah,
everywhere like that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's sick.
That's crazy.
It's sick.
Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah.
um, I love a few of these for the fleet.
No door handles.
Yeah, no door handle, everything's all automatic.
That's cool.
Again, it's robo, right? You want
Yeah,
least possible friction, just get in and get out.
that's pretty dope. How come you didn't go to the event?
I wasn't invited.
Mm.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, I wasn't invited, but either way.
Kyle said next topic.
Come on, Kyle, you're gonna be riding in a robo taxi soon, all right?
Uh,
Within 10 years, gonna ride to church. You don't need a car anymore.
for what? Nah,
Yeah.
for right to your butler could be your pastor, bro. Right, you know what I mean? Just program him to like, pull a sermon
Just
from
load the Bible in it.
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
load the Bible into him. That's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
There you
And then,
go.
and then you got your pastor. Right? He could sound like Pastor Philip. You know what I mean?
There you go. You can make it sound
Whoever you
whoever
want
you
him to
want.
sound like. You know what I mean?
Oh, Joel Osteen,
You want
nice
him
and
to,
soft,
yeah, you want him to preach like Joel
Of
Osteen?
course. Yeah, he
For
got you.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, he got you. Oh yes, Marcus Rogers. Well, I don't know if he had an issue. He just said he was like things are gonna get crazy. Sort of post, right?
How? What
And
does he mean? What did he mean by that?
I guess maybe kind of like the robots will be taking
Like
over, or
me, like
this is more. I don't know. Maybe it could be satanic, or maybe it could be
everything
end
with him is
time.
demons.
Yeah, demons or
Mhm.
anything, something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
But then I also thought I was like, bro, if you get your little robot church, right?
Mhm.
There's more people you could go out to spread the gospel,
Come
right? They're gonna knock
on.
on your door. You're gonna be all nice. Hey, you
Mhm.
need help with anything? And then start preaching the word.
Bro, imagine that robot knocks on your door. Have you
And
accepted
then have
Jesus
your
Christ
own
as your Lord and
Jehovah's
Savior?
Witnesses.
And then he grabs you by the
How is
shirt
the
and he drags you to the beach to baptize you.
bro? How is the war? How is Jesus supposed to come back if everybody doesn't know about him? How you think we're gonna get there? We don't
It's a
have the
tool
robot.
for the gospel, dog.
Come on, son. You're gonna be handing out Bibles because that robot could probably lift 3, 4, 5 boxes full of
Bible's like nothing. Like
like
nothing.
man. Come on. I don't think Marcus was thinking. I don't think he was thinking about all of that.
That's hilarious.
They're gonna and says they're gonna program them to exclude Jesus' name. Not my robot. Not my
I
robot.
don't think so. I don't know. I mean, Elon's not a Christian, but he's not anti-Christian either.
Correct.
He's anti-alphabet mob or anti-woke mob more than anything.
Yeah. See, but I also think this is him kind of realizing where he would want the world to go, right? He's the richest person in the world.
Is he the richest person in the world?
Yeah, Google it. He's number 1.
Word?
Yeah, he's number 1. So I feel like, and especially if he wants to do all these robot things and these robo taxis, like he's gonna definitely need to get somebody in the government to approve these laws.
For
right?
sure.
Because Kamala ain't gonna do it. That she hates him.
First search result in Brave search is Elon Musk for the
Told you.
richest man in the world.
Yes, correct. I think second is either
Jay never
Bezos
lies.
or who's that?
I said Jay never lies.
Oh, Jay never lies. Yeah. I think it's Bezos or
I thought it was gonna be like some Saudi prince, man.
I mean, they got money, but I don't know if they got that much money.
I thought they had Arab money.
I mean, they got money, but I don't think it's that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I don't think Marcus was really thinking, this through. Didn't realize like the benefit of, spreading the gospel is going to be with these robots.
Yeah, I don't think he was thinking that, bro.
Bro, you're not gonna need ushers, right? Because they in church.
They'll collect the tithe for you,
bro, and they already they strong. Who's gonna try to jump them if they're trying to go into
and if they got the bag, yeah, nobody's gonna rob them. They'll just toss you across the room.
Yeah, exactly. In Jesus' name.
See, Aunt said he thought it was a Saudi too.
As the number 1 richest? No. I don't. Let me see. Man, we're gonna have to.
And no, it's not. I just Googled it or
top 10 richest. I just want to know where a Saudi lands.
And then
they're all American. Oh
Eleanor
no,
says robots ain't the problem. Just wait till the aliens show up.
Well, according
Mason
to Elon,
says they're gonna build the Tower of Babel 2.0. I believe that. I strongly agree with that.
Cloud seeding will be our biggest weapon against the bots.
That's true. That's true. Who's what about your man Bernard Arnault? Oh, and
he's
family.
Arnault, yeah.
But it's his whole family. Like he need to get like his whole crew together to be richer than Elon by himself.
Yeah. There's no Saudi on here. There's just the Indian, right? Ambani.
Mukesh.
Who owns Reliance out in India, and then Gautam Adani from the Adani Group, which does development and stuff like that. That's it. That's the closest. Everybody else, they either American, Indian, or some type of European.
And they're all in.
And you have a Mexican, Carlos Slim. That's it.
Oh yeah, he's in telecom. Let's go, Viva Mexico.
Yeah, that's it. Those are the people. So it is what it is. Hey, yo, Alan over here saying alien baby oil is wild. What? Nah, that's crazy.
That's because of Ant's comment.
It is. Anyway, that's basically it. That's all the Tesla stuff that came out. We'll see what happens within 3 years if this robot taxi comes out. But you best believe I'm gonna order, if I can, a few, get that joint working and getting that money.
Mhm.
And yeah, we'll see, get
I'm
you
gonna put that. I get one of them robots. I'm putting it on TaskRabbit. You know what
But
I
other
mean?
people, well, I guess, not everybody will be able to get them. It's gonna be
Everybody's
expensive.
not gonna get them. It's gonna be like the Teslas. Everybody didn't have them at first. The
Yeah,
Cybertruck.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
didn't have it. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then it'll start getting cheaper, right? Because then those robots gonna make more robots, and then those robots gonna make even more robots, and then that's
With,
it.
with like
Supply and demand.
Procreate,
Yeah, Procreate. There you go.
they gonna have baby robots. Little baby families. They're gonna be like, robots have rights too.
I'm sure Kamala will come out with a plan for them too. What's the equivalent of pepper spray for robos? LOL. Water.
Salt water.
Yeah, salt water. Definitely. But yeah, I think that's it. That's all we got. You got a verse of the day, Jimmy?
I do not, man.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
not. I didn't come prepared. I've been out for a minute. I'm getting adjusted to this whole setup. This whole new setup on shout out to StreamYard, man. If y'all want to sponsor us, man, go ahead and send the bag already.
Word.
We were one of the first people to adopt StreamYard, man. I noticed that in the intro, you can kind of see, in on the back end pause of the app, you can kind of see like where the cameras are. So you know how it's set up right now. When the intro
Yeah,
was
yeah,
playing,
yeah.
you can kind of see. And
I
I
think that's
wanted
pretty cool.
to click on stuff, but I was afraid I was gonna break something. I was gonna set something up. I was gonna
Yeah,
mess
yeah,
something up. So
yeah.
I didn't like play with the app to see, but I was like, "Oh, this is new. This is different." Like I could totally tell.
Mm.
That's really dope, man. So
Yeah,
no,
I noticed that too though today, as a
long
matter of fact.
so long story short, yeah, no, I don't have a verse of the day, but Ant just dropped one.
Yeah, he did. Philippians 4:9
Oh,
says,
let's go.
"What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you." Well, that's the first verse I'm a load on my Rosita.
On your Rosita,
Yeah, it's
that's
the
what
first one.
Rosita's gonna say every morning.
Yeah, exactly. When she wake up. See, I didn't even think of that. Imagine she wake up, you wake up and you're like, Senor Jimmy. And then just start with the word of the day. Bro, come on. Hey, so many possibilities.
Bendiciones, Serbio.
Yeah, exactly. Philippians 4:9 says, that's your verse of the day. Here's your coffee. Oh my gosh. The day
And then
that
and then I want the sports update. Dodgers are still up 2-0.
well,
Yeah,
what
it's
inning we at?
fourth inning. I think it's fourth.
Okay, cool. So I got time to watch the rest.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody watching. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Are you gonna get yourself a Rosita or whatever you want to call it? Robot. Do you think?
And said Jeffrey.
Or Jeffrey, yes, or whatever you want
Rosita
to.
or Jeffrey.
Yeah, whatever you want to name it. And yeah, leave a comment. Let us know. I would be interested what kind of market Tesla, as a Tesla investor, I want to know. Are people with it or not? So we appreciate everybody watching.
I'm gonna start a
Catch you
militia
in the
with
next
them.
one. Yeah, that would be.
It's
Yeah,
the whole army.
that's crazy. But yeah, we appreciate everybody. Everybody in the comments, shout out to you. And we'll see you in the next episode of the That's Not Christian podcast. Peace.
Peace.